John, it was a game you had to have, a gritty win. Your thoughts on the overall performance of the team?
I think it was great. I think we came out with a lot of energy. We withstood their run they had in the first quarter. They made some big shots. We knew it's a game of runs. We had the opportunity to go up like 11 in the third. They came down and cut it to 2. But we just kept fighting and never stopped giving up. And guys made big plays defensively down the stretch and making some big shots.
John, to your left, how nice was it to see Otto break out and have the performance he did? It seemed like he had to get to the line a lot to get his points.
I think it was great. I mean, good thing is Keith stayed out of foul trouble in the first quarter, so he was able to play. He got in foul trouble late in the second quarter, but other than that, he did great. But Otto just kept shooting the ball, did a great job of getting out in transition. I talked to him yesterday and texted him and told him, just keep shooting, keep cutting to the basket. Things are going to start falling for you. I know it was great to see him get to the line and knock down a couple of threes.
John, to your right, this series entirely for all 5 games, you guys haven't shot the 3-ball great, but what does it mean that you guys still found other ways to win 3 games?
I mean, the 2 games that they beat us was we gave ourselves a chance in Game 4. Game 3, they just manhandled us. Tonight, we just want to come out with a lot of defensive effort. Our crowd was amazing. We still haven't shot the ball well, but the good thing is I know in transition is just watching a lot of film. They're loading to the paint, so I'm just trying to find those guys. Like I said, those guys can miss 1,000 shots. If that's the right play to make, and I believe in my guys are making shots. We can live with that, but at the same time, I think with us not making shots, we still defended at a high level, and that's the reason why we won 3 games so far.
John, so you seem to be not getting the calls. How hard is it for you to keep your composure?
It's pretty cool. You know, I mean, I'll try to keep my composure as much as possible, except for when I see things like if I get called for certain things and I feel like I should get the same benefit of the doubt. I think sometimes it might not go my way because I'm bigger, stronger, and faster, but I can't control that. God bless me with that ability, but all I can do is just keep playing basketball. That's all Coach tell me to do is don't worry about the refs. Just go in there and try to score, and I think that's why I've been having a better series is shooting the ball better. It's just not worried about the fouls. It's trying to finish through contact.
John, it looked like you used kind of your in-between push shot more often tonight than you had earlier in the series. So what were you finding there, and why did you want to use that space with Howard on the floor, and how much different is it once you guys got him off the floor later?
With Howard on the floor, he does a great job of just protecting the paint. I mean, you got a big guy like that block shots, and you try to play the in-between game, and usually we'll get the pass off the march and finish, but he does a great job of playing in between and me passing the ball and taking away jump shots, especially with Bazemore and those guys on me, the bigger defenders. They do a great job of contesting late, so I just try to get a little deeper and try to shoot floaters. I had some good looks. Some on rimmed in and out, some of them hit the back of the rim, but I think they just gave ourselves a chance to take better shots instead of forcing turnovers at times.
John, what specific changes did the team make in terms of the pick and roll coverages? Bradley Beal said that you went back to basics in terms of the coverage. And is that going to be something that you stick with moving forward because it was effective tonight?
Well, first 2 games we played them, we went underneath screens, and it worked for us. We won 2 games. We lived with those guys making threes behind the screen. Game 3 and 4 hurt us. They made a lot of shots there. They started setting their screens lower. You give those guys credit, they made adjustments. And tonight we had to make adjustment ourselves. He still made a lot of threes, but a lot of them was in transition. That's something we can deal with. But I think it kind of took Millsap out of his game a little bit of getting a lot of balls and going down the court one-on-one and posting up. So we'll probably make more adjustments, but keep them to ourselves until the game over.
Highlight of the night for you is probably the dunk on Muscala. As you're coming down and you know the steps are lining up and he's going to try to jump with you, what's kind of going through your head there as you get ready to launch?
Whenever I get to my right foot, I like my chances against anybody.
John, I'm wondering if you can describe your expectations for the Game 6 and this desperation that you're going to see on the other side. What do you expect you're going to see from them?
Well, we're going to see a team that is going to play all out, give everything they got. So far, it's the best. There's 3 games left, the best of 2. I mean, and nobody has took over the series because nobody won on the opposing team's court yet. We know they have an amazing crowd. They're definitely going to come out and be loud. And this is really our first time ever having a closeout game on the road. And we got to see what we can do. We just got to keep taking care of the ball, taking over shots, and just try to keep their role players out of it. You know what I mean? Like they say, whenever you're at home, the role players play better. We try to keep their role players out of the game and try to limit their star players as much as possible. But it's a great task for us, and we got to go out there and play hard.
John, you get the ball up 4 with like 35 seconds left or so. From that point on, did the game play out as you expected it would, or do you think that they might try to foul you to extend the game? And then on defense, you're scrambling around with like 10 seconds left. You guys do anything really well that forced them to sort of take up, basically the rest of the game?
Yeah, I thought they was going to play the foul game or at least try to trap, but they let us run the clock down. Missed the shot. March had a good opportunity to put it back in. I don't know what happened. And then I think that was the best we did all series of scrambling back and finding the man in transition. That's a point of emphasis where we've been trying to relate to our guys is in transition you don't have a man. And I think at times when we have leads, we give up 2 or 3 threes in a row to get those guys back into the game. So for us to end the game with the best scrambling defense we had, we got to translate it on to the other 48 minutes of the game.